playing pretty much all day long and pretty much all day tomorrow as well. There's been a lot of very good basketball played throughout the day. I've got to see the second half of this day. Eastern was victorious against Madison in an earlier contest. We'll talk about that one in just a little bit to advance to round two, where we are going to go up against Batesville. Again, a team that we don't typically see throughout the year and not something that we see often. Don't know a ton about, but we're going to see Batesville. We'll talk a little bit about them in a minute as well. Throughout this tournament, again, lots of good basketball. This morning, Columbus North beat Brownstown in a pretty close game. And then we had East Central beating Seymour in that second game. Columbus North just played East Central and ended up winning about 25. Columbus North just played absolutely fantastic, shot the ball really well, great defensive team, so they will advance to the championship tomorrow night. And again, we win tonight. That's who we'll be playing. In the earlier game, Batesville beat Scottsburg. I think that was about by 20. And then Eastern, we beat Madison in the second round. Let's see. We'll be playing Batesville, and the winner will be vying for a chance to go into the championship tomorrow night at 7:45. Lots more games tomorrow throughout the day from the consolation games, the loser bracket, and all that kind of stuff. But again, after the win, we're kind of in the winner side of things, and we've got a Batesville team that's going to be ready to play. Let's talk just a little bit about Batesville. We can go in actually from the game earlier today against Scottsburg. Batesville was victorious 58-32 over Scottsburg. One thing stat that I noticed, they were 9 of 23 from three, so a team that likes to shoot a lot of threes actually got out-rebounded by the Warriorettes, which may be a thing that Eastern can key on tonight, try to control the glass. About even on the turnover. Scottsburg actually had more steals in Batesville, but really just Scottsburg couldn't make any shots, and Batesville was able to take care of business. Leading the way for Batesville, looks like Addison Hughes had 14 for the Bulldogs, and then Molly Gessel had 9, and then Kaylin Kaufman had 12, and then Nora Wiedemann had 9. So kind of a balanced team scoring-wise, very similar to what we've seen out of Eastern throughout the year so far. Again, pretty balanced. Again, don't know a ton about Batesville. Just talking with some friends here, they said the Scottsburg just couldn't make any shots earlier. Scottsburg's down a little bit this year, and Batesville will take care of business. Record-wise, Batesville's coming in at 8-6. 8-6. Again, no common opponents that I can see on our schedule. Nobody that we play that they would play. So not really going to be a common metric that we can kind of gauge by. But the team is hovering around just over 500 a little bit. I know some of the teams that they've played are pretty solid. They played a South Ripley team that's pretty solid. They've played East Central, which is really good. We just got to see them against Columbus North. Columbus took care of them, but East Central had a really nice game earlier today. They did beat a Seymour team that's down a little bit, but still a very solid team. So I imagine this game's going to be competitive. The other thing you take into account is just the timing. Eastern just played the last game. We got to sit one game and playing. Batesville's had another couple hours of rest, so we'll see if legs are going to be a factor in tonight's game. Eastern playing without Avery Smith. She hurt her foot and is out for the foreseeable future. We don't know exactly what that timeline is going to look like, but that definitely hurt us a little bit in that Madison game. But we were able to prevail and able to come out with a win. So anytime you can do that, that's always exciting. For the Musketeers, again, in that game earlier today, again in Madison, huge game winner by Bailey Robbins. I think the play that we tried to run, it kind of broke down, and then it ended up being a trap on Addie, and then he found Bailey in a corner. She shot with confidence and put it in. It was a tie ball game. I think Eastern was down by 16 or 18 points at one point in that second quarter, and really able to just kind of chip away. I thought Madison kind of had a chance to put it away and just kind of let us hang around. And to our credit, we just kind of hung around, and we hit a couple shots here and there. We didn't shoot particularly well. It looks like I'm looking at the stats. We're 8 of 23 from 3. We've shot a little bit higher percentage so far this year. We were 12 of 15 from the line, so that was a good thing. I think we had 14 turnovers in the first half, and I think only 4 turnovers in the second half, and that's completely the difference of the game. Really just Madison kind of did whatever they wanted in that first half. and really kind of did whatever they wanted most of that first half. I think they were up 31-20, so they're only up at 10 at halftime. I think at one point we were down 16, but in that second half, really the Eastern just take care of business. Scores 21 in the third, holds Madison to just 6 points in that final frame, and really able to take care of business down the stretch. And really did a really nice job. About even across the board. Madison did out-rebound the Musketeers quite a bit. That was probably what hurt us the most, is just second chance points for Madison. They were a little bigger than we were, but really just able to get second and third chances on the glass. We'll see if it's going to be a similar thing. We talked about the rebounding earlier with Batesville. We'll see if we can't do a little better job of control the glass. In that first game, Sydney Burton had 13. Addie Smith led us with 20. Katie Horner with 10. And then Bailey Robbins with 12. So, again, a balanced attack is kind of what we've seen pretty much over and over from this Eastern team. We like to get 4 or 5 girls in double figures. And without Avery stepping up, I kind of wonder who's going to be able to step up and make shots. Really kind of chipped in all over the place. Bailey had 3 threes. Katie Horner hit 2 threes. Addie had 3 threes. After a really kind of sluggish first half, in that second half, really able to put some shots in and get a little bit better ball movement, take a little bit better set shots, and able to take care of business down the stretch. Anytime you get a game winner, it's always exciting. It was, again, tie game. We were inside of a minute. We got a bucket. They got a bucket. Then ended up down at the end. And again, the play, we even got a timeout. We got to run the play we wanted, and it didn't work. And it ended up in Addie's hands. And like I said, she got trapped, and she was able to find Bailey in the corner and shot a 3. It was fantastic. It's always, again, there's just great excitement in the gym when you can kind of make that game winner. So hats off to Bailey and knocking down that shot. We'll see if that kind of builds any confidence to come in and make a statement in a tournament where you got really 8 really solid teams, and to come out on top and be able to say we played well enough to win. I couldn't say in that first half we played real well. In the second half, we did all the things we needed to do and able to come out with a win and escape out of here. In the second game, I kind of wonder if it's going to be the same thing. Can we control the glass against Batesville? Can we make sure that we're taking high percentage shots? And can we make up for Avery's absence? Again, that's just it kind of hurts us in all kinds of aspects. I was telling a friend of mine, Avery doesn't score 20 points a game, but she seems to get 7 or 8 rebounds, and she seems to get 5 or 6 steals, and she seems to get 150 deflections. It seems like, and so taking her kind of out of the middle of the press and taking her out of that, it just makes a big difference for everybody else. Not necessarily for her stat line, but for everybody else. So we had some different girls in that role in the middle of the press in that first game. I imagine that we'll be in that same boat. We'll see if we can press at the same tempo. Again, we just played a game. We'll see if the legs are going to be an issue. We lose a little bit of depth if we can play at the same speed and same tempo. Again, in that first game, we were able to put up 58, and that's kind of where we've been playing. We've been playing in that 60s range pretty much all year long. I think our offensive average is about 55. I think we're probably our strongest when we're pushing 60, 65, 70. That really seems to where we're kind of in our sweet spot as far as tempo and pace. A game that's in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, it's not our 30s and 40s, I guess, isn't quite as great for us. So we'll kind of see. Batesville, on the other hand, they like to play in the 30s and 40s. A lot of their games have been in the 40s. So imagine just a little bit more methodical team, a little bit slower pace. Again, not a ton of size for this Batesville team. Looking down the roster, 5'8", 5. They do have a 5'10" Gessel. They got a girl off the bench that's 5'10". Another girl off the bench is 5'11". Doesn't look like they play a whole lot. So I'm looking at 5'9", 5'8". So size-wise, I think we match up pretty well. Looking at the roster, Batesville also doesn't look like they have a single senior on their team, which is always surprising. Anytime you see a team that doesn't have any seniors, obviously we have several seniors on our team. I'm sorry, I thought they were making an announcement. So not any seniors. So we'll see if our experience can't pay off tonight, and just kind of taking advantage of these underclassmen and see how this is going to play out. We are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the starting lineups and beginning of this basketball game. This is Lady Musketeer basketball on WSLM.
The holidays sound better on WSLM 97.9 FM. We're playing the perfect soundtrack for your holiday season, now through December 26th. Spread the cheer this season with WSLM. Basketball fans, get ready. The Mudsock rivalry games charge into the new Fishers Event Center December 19th. It's the hometown showdown you wait for all year. 2 big basketball games, 1 major rival. The lights, the noise, the competition, and you can be part of the electricity. Don't miss the intensity, the energy, the rivalry that defines a community. The Mudsock rivalry games, December 19th at the Fishers Event Center. Be there and bring your game. Check WSLM's Facebook page for a chance to win tickets.
This is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here with Caleb Perkiser from the John Jones Auto Group.
This is Caleb Perkiser again, and this Christmas season, you can unwrap big savings at John Jones Auto Group. At our locations in Salem, Gordon, Greenville, and Scottsburg, we're delivering holiday cheer with incredible deals on new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Whether you're heading over the river and through the woods, or just across town, John Jones has the perfect vehicle to make your holidays brighter. With friendly service, hometown values, and year-end incentives, there's no better time to upgrade. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
John Jones Auto Group. Remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
And we're back here at Scottsburg Meyer Gymnasium for round 2 of the Donna Cheatham Classic. Again, it's the Eastern Lady Musketeers going up against Batesville. Starting for Batesville, we've got Wiedemann, Katzman, Gessel, Trenkamp, and Hughes. We'll talk more about them throughout the night. And then for the Musketeers, we've got trainer Addie Smith, Katie Honor, Sydney Burton, and Bailey Robbins. The Eastern starting out a man-to-man. It's going to be Trenkamp on the drive, kicks it out to Hughes, out to Katzman. Katzman with a kind of a one-handed stab, goes it in for 2. Kind of an awkward shot, kind of drove down the left-hand side and kind of did a little scoop shot. Batesville in a 1-2-2, kind of a trapping half court. Gets it out to Robbins. Kind of a weak pass, gets it to Trainer. Trainer back to Robbins. They're looking to trap in that up top. Gets it over to Trainer, gets out of the trap, gets it into Burton. Burton with a strong move. No good, gets her own rebound. Kicks it out, Addie Smith. Addie on the drive. She's going to try to go up with the left hand, and she is going to get fouled. That looks like it's going to be on Katzman. There are 2 Katzman. Kaylin Katzman, number 5, and then Aubrey Katzman, number 10. The foul is going to be on Kaylin Katzman. Addie Smith's going to go to the line, and her first one is good. And Addie had a nice game in that first game against Madison. It was kind of a quiet 20 if you ever heard such a thing. Her second free throw was also good. She didn't just come out lights out like she had been last couple games, but it's going to be 4 breaks to press. It's going to be Wiedemann gets down, goes up over Burton, no good. Rebounded there by Gessel. Kicks it back out. Going to get it back to Wiedemann. Down in the corner to Hughes. Hughes baseline drive. Finds Gessel for an easy 2. There's definitely a breakdown there. He made a baseline drive. Nobody came over from the help side. Batesville takes a 4-2 lead. Batesville staying in that 1-2-2, but not looking to trap out of it. Connor in the corner. Gets trapped there. Back to Addie Smith. No good. Burton on the rebound. Gets to Robbins opposite corner for 3. No good. Rebound. Going to come out Batesville. Oh, I thought she got away with a travel there. Going to be Trenkamp. Gets it out to Wiedemann. Down in the corner to Hughes. Hughes gets it in. That's number 5, Katzman. A little bit of a push-off. No, misses it. Rebound. Addie Smith coming up away, finds Burton. Nice look by Addie. Nice job by Sydney Burton running the floor, doing the thing. Good deflection there by Katie Honor. Catherine trying to break the press by herself, gets it up to Hughes. Hughes kind of throws up an awkward jumper. Trainer looking to push. Finds Robbins. Robbins for three. And good. Kind of wonder if Eastern in that diamond press. They get it up to Gessel down the sideline. Tries to throw it over to Hughes. Hughes, again, another jumper. No good. Addie Smith she's looking to push. Finds Honor. Honor steps into a three from the wing. No good. Rebound Trainer. Trainer finds Robbins. Robbins thought about a three. Baseline drive. Back to back out. Eastern with a 7-4 advantage. About 5:13 to play in this first quarter. Over to Honor on the wing. Over to Robbins. Finds Addie Smith. Looks like Batesville kind of switched the defense to Addie Smith. With a nice drive. Tough finish there by Addie. A lot of contact. No call. Batesville breaking this press pretty easily. I think we've got to make an adjustment. They're just getting the ball in the middle and then right at the sideline. Batesville gets it out to Hassman for three and good. Again, the press broke down a little bit, and then out of that comes an easy shot. And Batesville pulls within two. Honor on the corner, gets it into Burton. And that was almost too easy. It was almost kind of a slow motion. Burton had a much, much smaller defender on her, just able to go right up over her. Batesville over to break the press, gets it up to Hughes. Hughes gets it over to Train Camp. Gets it Wiedemann on the drive. Going to be a deflection and a steal there by Addie Smith. Gets it to Burton. It's a good defense there by Addie. It's going to be Trainer out on the wing. Gets it to Robbins. Robbins on the drive. Kicks it out to Burton. Burton baseline drive. They're going to get her for a travel. Burton was kind of wondering, what did she do? I think she caught on her left foot with her pivot and then stepped from her right foot with her left foot first. That is going to be a travel. She changed her pivot foot. I think it's the right call. Some girls like to catch on that right foot. Some girls catch on that left. Eastern going back kind of a half-court trap at 1-2-2. Oh, I almost had it over back there. Basically about threw it away there at the timeline. That's going to be Kaufman, going to be poked away there by Robbins. Robbins going to go lay it in for an easy layup. And Batesville is going to call a timeout. That is going to be a full timeout. Eastern with a 13-7 advantage, 3:27 to play. This is Lady Musketeer basketball on WSLM. We will be right back.
It's 8 seconds of pure adrenaline. Man versus beast. Hell on hope. This isn't your mama and papa's rodeo. This is the one and only professional championship bull rider. So Buffard Invitational. Buckle up, Fishers. We're live at the Fishers Event Center. Saturday, January 10th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, January 11th at 2 p.m. See the world's greatest bull riders shatter records. Jaw-dropping, bone-crushing action. Plus blazing fast cowgirl barrel racing. The first 300 kids through the doors get a free cowboy hat. Don't miss the professional championship bull riders. Saturday, January 10th at 7 p.m. and Sunday, January 11th at 2 p.m. Fishers Event Center. Get your tickets now at btdtour.com.
And we're back. And we're back here at Scottsburg High School, Meyer Gymnasium. Eastern on top 13-7 over Batesville. I think the prediction that, I don't go by a whole lot by this, but Eastern predicted by 13. It's kind of been evident so far. Eastern not having a huge problem right now. Batesville able to break their press, kind of went back to the half-court press and were able to get a little bit better pressure on their guards. With the prediction earlier, I think he had Madison beating us by 12 and able to come to a really tight game down the stretch. So who knows? These things, they are what they are. Eastern in kind of 2-2-1 half-court trap. Down the sideline, gets it back to Kaufman. Over to Trinkamp. Tough shot there by Trinkamp over Sterrett, who just checked in. And they cut this 13-9. Just over 3 minutes to play. Batesville kind of in that 1-2-2. They had the 1-2-2, but it's kind of that middle stays pretty flat. Burton just a silly turnover there, trying to dribble through three and able to turn over. That's going to go the other way. It'll be Trinkamp down the sideline, picks it up, goes inside to Gessel. Gessel kicks it over to 42 Meyer, who just checked in. She tries to throw it back, turnover, and Katie Honnor's right there to take it. Addie Smith bringing it up the other way. Honor on the wing, drives, gets it to Robbins. Robbins pulls up for three, no good. Rebound there by Gessel. Gets out to Wiedemann. Gets it up to Trinkamp. Back to Gessel for three, no good. That's way out of bounds. Offensively, I think we just got to make sure we're moving the ball a little bit. I think, that's where we are our strongest, when we're getting great penetration, driving kicks, where we're getting set shots. Those pull-up threes just don't really work for us very well. We can get those anytime we want. Trainer going to check in for Robbins. Addie Smith bringing it up. Nobody looking really kind of push tempo right now, it looks like. So I'm sure both teams are a little tired. Both of them already played a game. Addie Smith drives in the lane, kicks it over to Trainer. Trainer for three. No good. Rebound Burton. Burton kicks it out to Honor. Honor to Trainer. Back to Honor. Nice bounce pass to Eliza Sterrett for good. Nice pass there by Katie Honor. Eliza be able to finish that one. Eastern in that 1-2-2. Able to break it. Catherine gets it down to Meyer. Back out to Catherine. Over to Wiedemann. Up to Trinkamp. Wiedemann gets over to Meyer again. Eastern looking to trap whenever they can out of this. Kind of in that 1-2-2, but just kind of looking to trap and get deflections every once in a while. It's going to be just a missed pass. The Trainer's going to come up with a steal. He finds Addie Smith. Honor in the corner. Honor drives into the lane. And good. Nice finish there by Katie Honor. Extends this 17-9. Eastern in their diamond press. A little better pressure there on that time. That's going to be Catherine gets it back, and she's going to try to go coast to coast. Kicks to Meyer for three, no good. Going to Gessel on the offensive rebound. And good. It's a nice pass there by Wiedemann. Sorry, not Wiedemann. That's going to be Trinkamp. Nice pass there. Nice cut there by Gessel. Goes back door for an easy two. 15 seconds to play. Eastern with a 17-11 advantage. Addie Smith drives into the lane. A lot of contact, no call. I'd like to see her wait just a little bit longer to make sure you're not giving them another chance. There's going to be a heave. It's going to go the other way. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Musketeers over the Batesville Bulldogs 17-11. We will cut to a short commercial break, and we will be right back.
When conditions get tough, the road to adventure doesn't have to end. Keep driving all winter long on tires you can trust. Between September 24th and December 9th, get $80 via reward card or virtual prepaid card after online submission with the purchase of 4 new Michelin passenger or light truck tires. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem. See www.michelinman.com/auto/deals-promotions-man-rebates for complete details. Offer expires December 9th, 2025.
And when we're back here, Myers Bates up in Scottsburg, second round of the Donna Cheatham Classic. Eastern going up against Batesville. Eastern with a 17-11 as we start the second quarter. Eastern going back with Robbins, Trainer, Burton, Sterrett, and Honor. Gets the ball high post there to Sterrett. He's looking for Burton inside. Kicks it out to Honor. Honor gets into the lane. Back out to Sterrett. Trying to get the ball inside. Burton goes to the left. Bobbled it. She's going to get smothered. Kicks out to Honor for three. No good. Ball kind of jumbled around. Going to come out for Meyer for Batesville. They're going the other way. Kicks it out to Catherine. Catherine finds number 3. That's Raver. Going to be, if she misses, it's going to be 22 Hughes on the putback. And she's going to put it in for 2. So Raver and Hughes checked in for Batesville. Robbins Robbins out top. Batesville in a man-to-man. Puts it up a little bit. High post there to Eliza Sterrett. Sterrett gets it back out to Robbins. Robbins on the ball screen. Finds over to Burton. Back on the wing to Robbins. A little stagnant right here. Let's get something going. You're going to set the ball screen. That's fine. Then let's moving. High post to Sterrett. Sterrett drives right side. A lot of contact. No good. Rebound there by Hughes. Gets it over to Wiedemann. Not a terrible look. We just got to be able to finish. Wiedemann out top, gets it to Meyer in the high post. Eastern in a 2-3 zone, so switch it up just a little bit. Out to Wiedemann. Deflected there by Robbins. She's going to get a steal. She's going to try to go coast to coast. She's going to pull back. A little bit of contact. She pulls up for a long two. Offensive rebound goes to Honor. Honor for three and good. Again, not the greatest shot selection right there. We get a great steal. Try to get to the rim. She kind of does that step back three. Just not a great look. That's going to be 22. That's going to be Hughes for three. Didn't see much out of her in that first quarter. She got 5 in this quarter. Cuts it to 4, 20-16, favor of the Musketeers. Got a weak pass there by Robertson. Gets deflected. We got big tie-up on the floor. We got Sterrett on her back, and two Batesville players are kind of on top of her. They are going to call jump ball. No, they're going to call. Okay, they are going to call jump ball. It's going to be Batesville ball. I thought they were trying to award a timeout. I didn't think any of them had possession of it. They are going to call jump ball. That's going to go the other way. Gassman brings it up. Finds Raver. Back to Trenkamp. Again, Eastern in that 2-3. Over to Hughes. Hughes back to Katzman. Gets it into Meyer. Going to find Trenkamp for wide open three. No good. Rebound Sterrett. Gets out to Robbins. Robbins looks up to Hunter. Hunter trying to get to the rim. No good. Rebound Batesville. Almost surprised Hunter. She was open. I think Robbins saw something that Katie didn't. Batesville going the other way. It's going to be Trenkamp on the wing. She's getting trapped. Tough pass inside. She's going to find back to Katzman. Gets it to Meyer. Ooh, she might have got by with the travel there. Going to be a drive there by Katzman. Gets into the lane. No good. Rebound there by Meyer. It's going to be deflected. Ended up back in Raver's hands. Back out to Hughes. Over to Trenkamp. Up top to Katzman. Batesville being extremely patient right here, just looking for. She's going to fire. It's going to be Katzman for a long three. No good. Kind of surprising. They've been a little bit more patient. She kind of just fired one. Nice pass up the court to Sydney Burton. There by Robbins. Burton's going to lay it in for two. That's twice that I think Robbins has been looking for tempo. I don't know if the rest of the team has thought the same thing, but Burton ended up with an easy layup. Nice lead pass there by Bailey Robbins. Eastern 22-16. Almost just under 4 minutes. Nice drive there by Katzman. Kind of a scoop shot. It just went right over the rim. Nice drive there. Got through the traffic. Unable to finish. Ball out of bounds from Eastern basketball. It looks like that is going to be a 30-second timeout by Lady Musketeers. We're going to stay right here. I imagine she's going to be telling them, hey, we got to find our spots. I don't know that they have the post presence to be able to stop both of our post players. Obviously, we can drive and kick. We know that that's a good recipe for us. When they get that mismatch, again, they're not very big. I think we've got to attack them inside. We've got to at least look in there and make sure we're getting there. If they double down or if they double down or triple down, that's one thing. We'll get a kick and get a look out of that. But if they stay single coverage on Burton or Sterrett, I think they're going to punish them down there. So I think I imagine that's what Coach Drury's telling them right now. So let's make sure we're taking great shots and trying to look inside as much as we can against this particular team. We got Meyer, who's a little bit bigger. But really, everyone else is we can really, I think, punish them inside offensively. Bates going man-to-man. Addie Smith on the drive finds Trainer in the corner for three. No good. Rebounded there by Wiedemann. Wiedemann looking to run. Addie Smith gets back. Good defense there by Addie. The ball deflected out of bounds, and they're going to say it's Eastern basketball. I'm on the opposite side of the gym. It did not look that way to me, but it is what it is. 3:20 to play. Addie Smith bringing the ball up. Bates going a man-to-man. Double high ball screen for the Musketeers. Addie Smith able to get right by him. Again, that double high ball screen forces their big to guard our guard. And so when Meyer has to step out and go against Addie Smith, she's just too quick and not able to. She's going to be able to go around Meyer. And if she can finish or she's going to get a foul, I think that ends up what we got right there. Meyer's going to get called for her first foul. Addie Smith's first free throw is good. It's not a bad look for us, especially if they're going to switch that right there. That's exactly what we're looking for. Honor just checked into the game for Bailey Trainer. Addie Smith going to the line for her second free throw. Eastern with a 23-16 advantage, and that is also good. Eastern in that diamond press. Basically able to break it. There's a deflection and a steal there by Addie Smith. Addie's going to go all the way to the rim. A lot of contact. Able to finish. No, she did finish that one. That's good. Wiedemann looking up against the press. Another deflection there by Addie Smith. It ends up right in the hands of Wiedemann. He's going to look to push, gets it to Meyer. Back to Wiedemann. I think Eliza just kind of fell asleep there. Eliza was in the right spot. I think she just didn't realize there was a person right behind her. Nice pass there by Meyer. 26-18. 2.5 minutes to play. Double high ball screen for Eastern. Eastern, same set. Kicks to Honor for three. No good. Going to be a rebounded there by, that's going to be Katzman going up against both Sarah and Burton. It looks like they're going to get Burton for a foul there. I'm a little surprised that wasn't on Starrett. Eastern sets up their diamond press. Gets it into Wiedemann. Wiedemann back to Katzman. That second pass right there, that is just a little too easy. Deflection there by Burton. Almost had a steal. Kicks it out to Katzman. No good. Rebound there by Burton. This is one of those where Avery makes such a difference there in that secondary. She sees that. She reads that so well. If they make a weak pass, she's going to get a piece of it, hand of it. Just makes a big difference. Addie Smith bringing it up. Eliza's there in the high post. Addie shot fake on Meyer. Nice fake. She's going to go to the rim. She's going to get blocked there by Katzman. Good take there. She saw the mismatch, was able to go right by Meyer. Bailey Trainer checked back in. Addie Smith on the inbound. Gets it into Robbins. Robbins, nice shot fake. Pulls up, little baseline jumper, no good. Kind of gets hit after the shot. He might be able to call a flop there because she kind of fell down. Makes a good ball movement, gets it back to Katzman. Katzman for three, and good. And they cut this to 5, 26-21 in favor of the Lady Musketeers. Addie Smith gets into the lane, kicks out the Trainer. Trainer gets into the lane, out to Honor. Honor tries to drive, out to Robbins. Little weave action. Robbins, it's a tough pass there to Addie Smith. Goodness gracious, a lot of contact there in the paint. Addie Smith comes out. She's going to fire for three. No good. Rebound there by Honor. She's going to get fouled. I don't think that was a shooting foul. I think it was just on that rebound. That's going to be on number 20, Trinkamp. It's her first. That was an odd. There was so much contact there, and Addie kind of ended up, and all of a sudden she was open up for three. Inbound, Addie Smith looking inside to Burton. That's going to be a kick ball there by Katzman. Seconds to play. Again, Eastern 26-21. Gets the ball into Connors. Addie Smith finds Trainer. Trainer gets in the lane. Pull up from the free throw line. And good. good recognition there. They had a switch on there, and then both of them ended up staying with Addie. Trainer just steps into a nice little free throw jumper, sends this to 7. 30 seconds to play. Catherine out top with the ball. Eastern in that 2-3 zone. Over to Trent Camp. Back to Catherine out top. Catherine just saying they're going to play for one shot, just kind of patiently waiting. Finds Weedham, and Weedham is going to fire for 3. No good. Rebounded there by Burton. A lot of contact. 10 seconds to play. Addie Smith looking to bring it up. Addie's going to try to get to the rim. She's going to get in there. A lot of contact. Almost had an and-one. She just does such a nice job of maneuvering. That foul's going to be on Trinkamp, her second. Addie Smith kind of spun to her left and then able to spin back, and then almost like she bobbed the ball, but then able to kind of come up with the left hand, able to get to the line for 2 free throws. First one is good. 29-21, just 2.3 seconds to play in this first half. And the second one is also good. Gets it into Catherine. Catherine with a half-court lead. No good. And that is going to be the first half, 30-21 in favor of the Lady Musketeers. We're going to cut to a couple commercials here, and then we'll be right back with some thoughts on the first half of this basketball game. This is Lady Musketeer basketball on WSLM.
McRib fans, it's back. The iconic sandwich has returned to select McDonald's restaurants in the Louisville region for a limited time only. The McRib made its debut in the United States in 1981 as a limited-time item in the Kansas City area and quickly became a fan favorite, thanks to the unmistakable flavor of the seasoned boneless pork patty slathered in barbecue sauce and topped with slivered onions and tart dill pickles, all on a home-style bun. The McRib has become a seasonal sensation, captivating fans with its limited availability, sparking social media buzz and igniting a flurry of anticipation each time it makes its triumphant return to McDonald's. Fans can also order a McRib via the McDonald's app, where you can order ahead and pass the line with mobile order and pay. Plus, you can join My McDonald's Rewards to earn points on every order to redeem for free McDonald's food. At McDonald's, we're loving it.
At Papa John's, get your everyday favorites for just $6.99 each when you order 2 or more items from the Papa Pairings menu. When you order more, you save more. Choose from medium one-topping pizzas, boneless or traditional wings, papadillas, breadsticks, cheese sticks, garlic knots, and desserts. It's easy to order all your favorites when they're just $6.99 each. So the next time your friends come over to eat your food, check out the Papa Pairings menu to save. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
If you're living with back or neck pain, even the simplest tasks can feel overwhelming. But expert relief is closer than you think. Schneck now offers 2 specialized practices for spine care, Schneck Neurosurgery and Schneck Orthopedic Spine, giving you access to a full spectrum of advanced treatment options right here at home. We're proud to highlight Dr. Matthew Stanfield, a highly skilled neurosurgeon with over 25 years of experience and leader of Schneck Neurosurgery, renowned for his expertise in treating complex spinal conditions. Schneck Spine Care Program proudly welcomes Dr. Kenneth McKinley, a board-certified orthopedic spine surgeon with over a decade of experience, who now leads Schneck Orthopedic Spine. Together, these 2 practices bring you comprehensive spine care, from advanced imaging and non-surgical therapies to expert surgical solutions, all tailored to your unique needs. And because it's Schneck, you'll receive compassionate, high-quality care without having to travel far. Visit schneckmed.org to learn more. Schneck Orthopedic Spine and Schneck Neurosurgery, expert spine care, close to home.
And we're back here, Meyer Gymnasium, in the second round of the Donna Cheatham Classic. Some thoughts and stats from this first half. Some team stats first. Looks like Eastern was shot 2 of 11 from 3, while Batesville shot 3 of 10 from 3. Free throws, Eastern's a perfect 6 for 6. And then Batesville did not shoot a free throw. Really not looking to get to the rim much at all. Just a couple times, and Eastern not able to foul. Eastern with just 2 turnovers in that first half, and I have to say that has to be a season low. It's a season best, but a season low. That's been a nice job. Batesville just not creating a lot of pressure. I think both those turnovers were just unforced turnovers. It wasn't something Batesville doing. Batesville kind of sits back in that zone and really not trying to create any havoc. Eastern able to force 6 turnovers. Batesville really able to press real well. You saw 2 plays where we kind of went to that half-court trap, and I thought we created a little bit of havoc there. And so maybe we'll see a little bit more of that in the second half. Eastern rebounded 18-13 in that first half, and then assists. Eastern with 4 assists, and Batesville with 5. So it's been a fairly even contest. Eastern just had a little bit of a lead and kind of just stuck there with that small lead, able to extend that right to 9 right before the break. For Batesville, you've got Wiedemann with 2, Kathman with 8, Gessel with 4, Trinkamp with 2, and then Hughes with 5 for a total of 18. For the Musketeers, Trainer had 2, Burton had 6, Addie Smith with 10, Katie Horner with 5, Bailey Robbins with 5, and then Eliza Sterrett with 2 for a total of 30. Again, 30-21 at halftime. Again, overall, just some really, really good basketball. I felt like really in this whole tournament. I got to see the past 3 games tonight or this evening. I didn't see the morning games, but just a lot of talented teams here. I'll be curious to see kind of how tomorrow progresses. Again, if Eastern is able to come out and win this one, we will go to the final against a very solid Columbus North team. Talking with a dad from Columbus North, we have a former coach at Eastern, Mike Harmon. His child now is a junior there at Columbus North. He said that they didn't play incredibly well in that Brownstown game, but able to beat Brownstown in one of the first games this morning, and then played East Central and got a little bit of revenge. I think East Central had beat them earlier in the year. I will double check that. Yeah, East Central beat Columbus North by 6 just on December 12th, and then today Columbus able to get it by about 25. Really just controlled from the tip. So that would be who we see if we were able to advance tonight and get out of this one. It does get to where it's been kind of a long day. I know these girls got to be tired. It's their second game in just about 5 hours. So we'll see if fatigue matters any in the second half. We are a team that likes to push and likes to play with tempo and likes to press. We'll see. We'll see how this kind of plays out down the stretch. But they're also young people, and they seem to have a lot more energy than all of us. Again, for some of these other games, we'll talk just a little bit about some of the other scores from tonight. Again, I think Columbus North beat Brownstown. Seymour was beat by East Central. Batesville beat Scottsburg to advance to today. And then Eastern beat Madison again in the buzzer beater. Columbus North then beat East Central. And then right now we're playing in the second game tomorrow. You will see Brownstown will play Seymour, I think, in that first game at 11. In the second game, Scottsburg will play Madison, and that's going to be about the 12:45 game. And then you will have the loser between, that's going to be the loser of tonight's game will play against East Central, and then that will be the third game tomorrow. And then it'll be the championship. Sorry, the championship won't be until 7:45 tomorrow night. That's what that looks like. Yeah, shouldn't be till 7:45 tomorrow night, and it could be again your Lady Musketeers going up against the Batesville Bulldogs. We'll see how the next half prevails. Again, lots of other scores in the area. If I can't get to some of that schedule, that is from today. In the area, Rock Creek playing today. Huge tournament up at Austin, Springsville Valley playing Austin, Paoli, Jeffersonville, Jasper playing Bedford, Trinity, and Jeff. Again, several teams playing up in that Austin tournament. That's actually a bigger tournament than what it used to be. This must be a newer thing. Some other holiday tournaments. Obviously, you got the ones here. Lots of tournaments up north. For kind of all over the place here. Let's see on the boys' side of things. On the boys' side, let's see. We had the Clay City tournament. Scottsburg played up in that tournament. Borden played in that Edinburgh tournament. I haven't seen the outcome of those games. Jefferson County, Madison, Christian Academy, Paoli, Brownstown all played in that tournament on the boys' side of things. And then in the Mitchell tournament, Eastern played today, played against North Harrison. I do not know the outcome. I'll have to look that one up, and played Mitchell. We'll see how the outcome of those games went. West Washington also played in that tournament along with Lagodi and Mitchell, and Rock Creek is playing in that tournament. So, again, lots of basketball. I always encourage you guys to get out and support high school athletics. It's always just a great thing to see fans come out and support your school and your players and support these kids. I know they put just such a great amount of time into preparing for these games. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the second half. This is Lady Musketeer basketball on WSLM.
Serving Indiana means being ready for growing energy demands. At Duke Energy, we're adding more power to the grid and working on hundreds of local projects to make your energy more reliable. We've strengthened nearly 20,000 poles, updated more than 270 substations, and prevented hundreds of thousands of outage hours with self-healing grid technology, so your power can come back on faster than ever. That's the smarter energy future Indiana deserves. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
And we are back again for the second half. Again, this is Lady Musketeers going against the Lady Bulldogs from Batesville. Batesville going back, seems like the same starters. It looks like Wiedemann, Kaufman. It's going to be, it looks like Hughes is going to, Hughes did start, I'm sorry. Then Krenkamp and, can't see the third one. That is going to be Gessels. They are going to go back with their starters. Looks like Eastern's going back with that same starting group as well. So we will see this. I kind of wonder what the pace is going to look like for this thing tonight in the second half. Again, Eastern's always tried to play with some pace, so are they going to try to keep that tempo up in the press? They kind of go to a half-court press, or do we kind of get more deliberate? Just kind of maintain your lead and kind of go from there. Eastern's going to inbound. Batesville in a 2-3 zone this time. No, it's a 1-2-3. 1-2-2. No, it's a 2-3. 2-3 zone. Eastern pass around to Horner. Batesville changing the defense just a little bit. Horner gets it out to Robbins, over to Trainer. Trainer gets it into Addie Smith, gets it in the high post. No good on the jumper. Rebound there by Gessel. Gets it up to Kaufman. Kaufman tries to look over the top, and Addie Smith's going to come away with the steal. Nice pass there to Bailey Robbins by Addie Smith. Again, we've had a handful of those where I think neither one was quite ready, but Robbins was open. She was running the floor, and Addie makes a nice quarterback-type pass to her. Robbins able to catch it and lay it in. And Batesville's coach did not like what he just saw there. Starting with a missed block out, then you had a turnover, then you gave up a layup. I'm sure that they just had these conversations at halftime about taking care of the basketball, making sure we're taking great shots, making sure we're forcing great shots, or tough shots, and really not happy with what he just saw. I think you've got kind of a pivotal moment here for the Musketeers. You're up 11. Can we make this 16, 18 points and really kind of put this, out of reach per se, even if it's just for dulling their spirits a little bit? This is kind of, if Madison had us down, I think at 16 points at one point, and really just never put us away. We kind of chipped around and stayed 11, stayed 10, and all of a sudden we hit 2 threes back-to-back and able to come back and make it a game, and then able to win down the stretch. It's going to be a nice drive there by Wiedemann, able to get it off, no good. Kicks it out. That's going to be Hughes on the drive. She's going to lay it in. Pretty lazy defense right there for the Musketeers. She just kind of went right by us, and nobody kind of stopped her at all. 32-23. Again, keep in mind, it came off an offensive rebound. Hunter on the wing. Gets it in the corner to Burton. Burton out top of the key to Trainer. Reverse to Robbins. Robbins for three. No good. That was the spot she hit the game winner from earlier today. Ball comes out to Trainer. Gets it to Robbins. Robbins into the high post to Addie Smith. A lot of contact. Wow. Hunter top of the key. Addie Smith on the free throw line. Nice bounce pass to Burton. Burton, tough finish, and good. That was an awkward angle there for Addie Smith, but able to find a nice bounce pass to get it to Burton. Burton's going to finish with some contact, and she's going to go to the line for an and one. Ryan Camp, I think that's her third. I may have misread that. I thought that was her third. She's going to check out. Meyer's going to check in. Burton is good from the line. complete the three-point play. Eastern does stay in that diamond press. Addie Smith in the middle of the press to get it into Meyer. Meyer looks up, gets it to Hughes for two. Again, that's just too easy, just kind of passing through. And hats off to Batesville. They're not trying to dribble through the press, just pass it around, find the next open person, and there'll be a layup out of it. Robbins gets it in the high post to Addie Smith, finds Trainer on the wing for three. No good. Rebound Meyer. And it's going to be kicked out of bounds there by Robbins. Liza Stair going to check into the game. Ball gets up. It's going to be Hughes for three. Let me block there by Addie Smith. Sorry, I was checking on something. Blocked out of bounds. Going to be back to Batesville. Gessel on the inbound. Eastern in the man-to-man out of bounds. Get the ball into Catherine. Catherine drives into the lane. Tough shot. Able to finish. Good finish there. 35-27. Eastern on top. Batesville starting to extend that zone just a little bit. Ball down the corner to Robbins. Again, we're a little stagnant offensively. Not getting a lot of movement. Getting decent ball movement, but just not getting a lot of movement. Ball kicked out to Trainer. Out top to Robbins. Robbins over to Honor. Gets the short corner to Sterrett. Kicks it across court to Robbins for three. Good air ball, no good. Again, I just like to see us try to get that ball inside. Make a drive. Batesville gets it there to Wiedemann. Wiedemann tries to make a cross-court pass from Meyer, just a little too hot for her. Goes off her hand out of bounds. Kind of an unforced turnover there for Batesville. We will definitely take it. Definitely you can tell that there's a little bit of fatigue setting in. They're not quite as quick as they always are. Addie Smith off the high ball screen, gets in the lane, finds Trainer for three, and good. So the thing I like there is we get a little ball screen. You force a switch. It's going to be Meyer. Meyer's going to step into a three. No good. That's going to be an over the back call. No, that's not a call. It's going to be a foul there on Hughes. Great block out there by Addie Smith. They're going to get her trying to climb over top of her. Eastern 38-27. Just over 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Batesville switching back to that 1-2-2 zone. Ball moving out to Honor for three, and that's good. Again, both these last two plays, you're able to get the ball inside and then out. Batesville able to break the press. That's going to be Gessel going all the way to the rim for two. Again, I think we've got to make an adjustment there. So our press is just not being effective right now. Addie Smith up to Trainer. Honor in the corner. She's getting trapped, gets it, tries to throw it to Sterrett, throws it away. It's going to be Catherine. She's going to go all the way to the rim, left hand, and good. And Coach Murray's going to get a 30-second timeout. Either she's got to tweak something on this press or she's got to change defenses, one or the other, because either our legs just can't handle this or, Batesville's just passing right through our press. And they're getting layups out of it, two times in the last few minutes. Just able to pass layup. So either we've got to make an adjustment to get it back a little quicker, or we've got to take that second pass away. That we kind of let them have that first pass. That's kind of part of that press. With that second pass, we've got to make that second pass to the middle a little bit harder. Make them either reverse the ball back to the backcourt or try to go to the sideline. But either way, Eastern with a 10-point advantage, 41-31. We'll see kind of what adjustments we make. Batesville trying to stick around and just stay into things. Now Batesville looking to press in a full court, also in that diamond press, kind of the same look. Eastern in the 4-across press offense. Gets the ball into Addie Smith, gets up sideline to Trainer. Trainer gets in the middle to Robbins. Robbins finds Honor. Batesville wanted to travel. Robbins shot fake, gets to the free throw line. Ball, I think that shot was deflected. I think Robbins got by with the travel, and I think she got by with the second travel, actually. But no call there. Addie Smith on the inbound. Sent into Sterrett, who checked in. Sterrett over the top to Robbins. Robbins being guarded there by Wiedemann. They're close to getting the 5-second count there. Trainer going to get into the lane. Nice drive, little runner there. No good. Rebounded there by Meyer. Sterrett kind of got tangled up. Gessel trying to go length, finds Hughes in the corner for three. No good. No block out there for the Musketeers. Offensive rebound. It's going to be Katzman for three. And that's good. And had 5 white jerseys. Nobody looking to block out. Got this to 7. 41-34. Musketeers on top. Batesville kind of in a 1-2-2 kind of half-court trap now. Honor in the corner, looking to kind of trap anytime they can. Find Addie Smith in the corner. Addie for three. No good. Rebound Katzman. Katzman's going to try to go coast to coast. Tries to make a bounce pass across the lane, and kicked out of bounds there by Eliza Sterrett. Burton's going to check in for the Musketeers, and that's going to be Raver check in for Batesville. 2:36 to play in this third quarter. Again, kind of a miscommunication out of bounds. They're going to get Gessel for a wide open layup underneath. Kind of that triangle screen action. I think one person switched, one person didn't. Trainer able to split the trap, gets it over to Robbins. Robbins for three. Air ball, no good. Rebounded there by Trainer. A lot of contact. In fact, they are going to get a call there. It looks like it's going to be there on Wiedemann. Nice job by Trainer getting in there. He's so much smaller than everybody, but she's able to fight for that rebound. Ashton Johannes, we're going to check into the game. See her first action of the contest. Addie Smith on the inbound. Gets it into Honor. Honor drives into the lane. Tough shot. No good. She kind of drifts in there to the right. I think she's got to take one more step to the basket. She's going to be able to turn those shoulders. She's kind of drifting to the right on that one. Eastern in a man-to-man. Going to be Wiedemann out top, being guarded by Trainer. Over to Raver, back to Wiedemann. Wiedemann baseline drive. Back out to Raver. Raver drives in the middle. Goes up with the left hand. No good. They're going to get, looks like Katie Honor there for a foul. It is going to be on Honor, just her first. And we haven't played a lot of man in this game. Raver's first free throw is good. Cuts this to 4. It'll be Hughes checks back into the game for Batesville. 41-37, 1:46 to play. Second free throw is also good. And we talked about beginning of the quarter, tough pass into Burton, a lot of contact, and she's able to finish on the spin move. I thought she almost lost it there. She's able to come away with it, able to a much needed bucket right there. Featuring in man-to-man. Going to be Raver on the drive, gets it over to Wiedemann. Out top to Gessel, out to Katzman. Katzman looks to try to get in the lane, being guarded there by Addie Smith. Works her way back and forth, tough shot. No good. That's going to be Burton on the rebound. Good defense there by Addie Smith. Just inside a minute to play. Addie looking to drive, gets in, nice bounce pass there to Burton. Makes it easy. Addie draws 2 defenders and part of a third defender and makes a nice little bounce pass. It's about the only pass she could have made, and Burton gets an easy layup. Nice play there by Addie Smith. Tough shot there. Burton had to help. Didn't get great pressure on the ball, and he gets right to the lane, makes a tough shot, misses the first one, gets her own rebound, and then they're going to get a foul there on Sydney Burton on the putback. Well, 2 things there, just not great help sign right there by the Musketeers. That's going to take Hughes to the line. Her first one is good. Andy Robbins going to check in and give Addie Smith a break here to end this quarter. Kind of seems that's been a strategy of Coach Drury, just give Addie a break there at the end of the quarter so she can get a kind of a little extended break because we know we need her on the floor. Second free throw by Hughes is good. A little sloppy play there, ball deflected. The Hunter out top gets it over to Trainer. Again, tough pass there. Trainer. Oh, they're going to get a timeout. I was curious what they were doing. So I didn't see anything there. That's going to be a 30-second timeout by the Musketeers. Ball's a little bit, it was just a little bit sloppy there. Kind of ball going all over the place. That tip here, tip there, which is definitely not what we're looking for. 45-40, 28 seconds to play. Their coach Drury saying, hey, just calm down. See the trap, right? Because they still, in this quarter, has definitely been kind of looking to trap anywhere they can out of that zone. For our girls, we've got to recognize wherever that trap is coming from. It means somebody's open. And offensively, that person, where your defender leaves, has got to find an angle that you can be seen so that person that's getting trapped is not just getting smothered. And we've had a couple good looks. Once we make that first pass, then attack the basket, it's been successful for us a few times. Otherwise, we kind of just leave them in that trap and just hope they can get out of it. Nation gets the ball into Burton, back to Robbins. High ball screen there by Ashton Johannesmeyer. Trainer out to Burton. Batesville on a 1-2-2. I think Eastern's okay with just playing for one shot. It's the Trainer. Coach is yelling at him to trap. Batesville's coach is yelling at him to trap. Go ahead. Going to be to Robbins. 7 seconds to play. He's trapped up top. Almost throws it away. Burton's going to try to go to the rim, and she's going to lay it in for two. Good recognition there by Sydney Burton. Kind of a broken play. We kind of were patient and waited, and then Burton able to finish 47-40, and that's going to be it going into the fourth quarter. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with the last quarter of Lady Musketeer basketball on WSLM.
After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Battleview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Battleview and Salem Crossing, two great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272.
And we're back here at Minor Gymnasium, Lady Musketeer basketball. 47-40 right now. We just in that quarter right there, we just gave up 22 points. Only gave up 18 in the first half to this Batesville team. So Batesville really taking it to us in that quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments can we make down the stretch. I said we had a point where we had a 12, 13-point lead. We need to push this to 16, 18 to kind of put it out of reach, and we kind of did just the opposite. We kind of just were too patient, and Batesville kind of chipped away. And now they're down by 7 in this fourth quarter. They think they got a shot. Eastern in a 2-3 zone. Going back with Burton, Ashton Johannesmeyer, Addie Smith, Katie Hunter, and Bailey Trainer. That's going to be a steal there by Addie Smith. Meyer just threw it right to her. I don't know what she was thinking. This is one of those scenarios where we've got to find the balance between patience and just take good shots. This isn't an all-out stall, and maybe that's what we're looking for. We're in kind of a 5-out. If Batesville's not going to, we can be as patient as we want to. Trainer gets in the lane. Looks like Eastern's okay with a kind of just a 5-out stall right now. Burton's going to drive, tries to find Ashton Johannesmeyer, throws it into two defenders, throws it away. Batesville going the other way. Catherine trying to go the other way. And that was one thing. We took almost a minute off the clock, but we come out with a turnover. That's just kind of silly. Cross court over to Hughes. Hughes out to Wiedemann. Over to Catherine. Catherine, deep three. No good. The rebound's going to be out of bounds. Looks like it went off Ashton Johannesmeyer's foot. Got a good block out there. She just got to go grab the ball. Catherine, the inbound. Good deflection there by Trainer. Ends up in Addie Smith's hands. Addie's going to try to go coast to coast. Man, she is just so quick. Able to finish on the other end for two. I don't think anybody's going to catch her. Try to catch up with her, but just too fast. 49-40, 6.5 minutes to play. That's going to be Hughes for three. Yeah, that's going to be good. Kind of surprised. I think she was kind of surprised that she was open. She kind of thought about it, and she's like, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and take this shot. Trainer on the wing, gets it to Addie Smith, out top to Burton. Burton just back to Trainer. Trainer dribbling around, trying to get trapped there. Tries to get up to Ashton Johanningsmeyer, gets into Burton. Burton, nice move. Nope, can't finish. Gets her own rebound. Out to Ashton Johanningsmeyer. Around the horn to Honor. Back out to Addie. Coach Drew saying just reset, regroup. Addie Smith gets in the lane. Trainer for three, and good. Good ball movement there. Good patience. Wide open shot. We'll take those. Eastern 52-43. Eastern going back to that zone, that 1-2-2. A little surprise. Going to be a lot of contact there. Try to throw it across to Hughes. Hughes, three, almost the same spot. No. Tries to pull back out. They get the ball into Meyer. Hughes for three. No good. Rebounded there by Honor. Finds Addie Smith. And Coach Drury says, slow down. 5:14 to play. Eastern with a 9-point advantage. Over to Trainer. Batesville in a man-to-man. Burton being guarded there by Meyer. Burton able to go right by her. Finds Ashton for a little jumper. And good. Little 10-foot jumper on the baseline. Ashton able to put it in. Gaffin out top. Thought about a three. Gets it into Meyer. Meyer kicks it back out to Kathman for three. Rebounded there by Honor. Addie Smith says, hey, let's slow down. Each with an 11-point advantage. 4.5 minutes to play. Trainer back out to Addie Smith. Addie looks to drive. Finds Ashton. Ashton out to Burton. Burton being guarded there by Meyer. That's a good matchup out there for us. Gets over to Trainer. Looks like Batesville's going to start fouling. I don't know if that was a purposeful foul or accidental foul, but they fouled her probably just to get where they're getting close to the bonus, where if they need to go that way, they can. Robbins is going to check back in for Ashton. And it looks like Meyer just checked back out. I think I guess that checked back in for Batesville. Addie gets it into Bailey Robbins. Robbins being guarded there by Wiedemann. Burton being guarded by Gessels. Burton gets it out to Addie Smith. Getting way too close to half court for me, but not corner to Trainer. Batesville in the man-to-man, Eastern just taking their time. Very okay with taking a minute off the clock. Just broke the 4-minute halfway through the fourth quarter. Kick to Trainer. Addie Smith gets into the lane. Trainer was wide open, but just kind of makes a one-handed pass. It's too hot for her. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Batesville basketball. That's one of those silly turnovers. Addie just got to kind of collect herself, make a two-handed pass. We don't need the three, so just make sure we're shooting at this point. Kind of lay up some free throws. That's kind of the point we are. In the Gessel, I think she got by with a travel there. Back out to Wiedemann. Ooh. There's the Kathman. Kathman looks like the one that's trying to get her shot off. It'll be the trend camp. Out to Kathman. Kathman for three on the wing. No good air ball. Rebounded by Robbins. She had Burton on a layup if she wanted to push the tempo, but I think Addie Smith wisely just says, hey, just take it. Just over 3 minutes to play. Batesville looking to get a few fouls in. There's going to be a foul there on Hughes. Liza Sterritt going to check into the game. They're going to get Addie Smith a quick break. I imagine this is going to be super short just to get her a few seconds and get back into the game to finish. Robbins inbound. Gets it into Burton. Kind of just assumed that Batesville would start to foul at this point. Burton out top. And guarded by Gessel. Burton breaks the 5-second count. And she's going to get fouled there by Gessel. I think that's just her first. That's going to be 3 team fouls on Batesville. Again, not been a ton of fouls called in this game, but neither team really attacking the basket. I mean, we've got a lot of our points off of jumpers. Ball's going to be deflected out of bounds. Robbins to inbound, 54-43, 2:47 to play here in this fourth quarter. Back to Burton, back to Robbins. Deflected out of bounds again. Robbins on the inbound. Gets it into Honor. Honor, tough pass back to Robbins. Robbins tries to go down the baseline. Again, we just had four girls on one side of the court. Robbins tries to make a sideline drive. She is going to get kind of knocked out of bounds. That's going to be foul on Hughes, her third. That is going to be Batesville's fourth foul, so we will be in the bonus the rest of this quarter. Robbins inbound. Gets into that's going to be deflected there by Trainkamp, but then Burton ended up coming with it. Kind of a weak pass there. Trainer tries to get in the lane. Over to Honor. Honor out to Burton. Burton out to Robbins. Then guarded by Wiedemann. Nice bounce pass there by Bailey Robbins to Eliza Sterrett for an easy two. Robbins gets by her man. Sterrett's man steps up. Nice play there. Kathman. That's going to be, let's see, Trainkamp for three. She's going to hit a three. I think she hit the first bucket of the game, and then I think it's the first shot she's had since then. Eastern with a 56-46 advantage. We're going to cut to one last commercial break. We'll try to finish this game. This has been Lady Musketeer Basketball on WSLM.
When it comes to getting the job done right, from driveways to bridge work and paving to construction and excavating, there's one name you can count on: Temple & Temple Excavating. Serving homeowners and also handling big jobs for city, county, and state highway projects, they've built a reputation on quality work since 1948. Driveways, construction, demolition. If you need it moved, cleared, built, or torn down, call Temple & Temple Excavating at 812-883-6644. Temple & Temple have been supporting Washington County for 77 years, one project at a time. Call Temple & Temple today at 812-883-6644 or find them online at templeandtemple.com, where you can also apply for job opportunities.
And we're back here at Meyer Gymnasium in Scottsburg, the Donna Cheatham Classic. This is the second round between the Eastern Musketeers and the Batesville Bulldogs. Eastern on top 56-46 with just over 2 minutes to play. Again, I think we had a chance to kind of put this game away, and Batesville just kind of staying in this and fight. But right now, Eastern able to ward off any attack that they've had. Been able to really control the clock here in this quarter to take care of business. Got a couple nice passes and layups. And Batesville looking to trap in the full court. Eastern able to break it, gets it up to Honor. Honor on the baseline. Tries to spin out of it, gets the ball tipped away. That's going to be tipped away. And Wiedemann ended up with it, and that's going to be a foul there, I think, on Bailey Robbins. I think that's one of those recognition. We were able to break the press, and we've milked most of this quarter. Honor probably could have just pulled it back out, and let's just try to finish this. Eastern in that zone. Hughes is going to be out to Wiedemann, out to Gessel, out to Hughes for three. No good. Rebound, Robbins. She's kind of jammed on the rebound. It looks like she had the rebound but stepped out of bounds. There's a lot of contact there. Ref wasn't going to call a foul there. I don't think Robbins liked that call. Minute 36 to play. Going to be a pass up to Gessel up in the air. Kathman, little runner in the lane, no good. Hughes gets it back to Kathman. Comes back in the lane. The offensive rebound there by Gessel. Gets it back to Kathman again, no good. Another rebound by Gessel. Back to Kathman again. Kathman for three, and she's able to put this one in. That was 4 shots for Kathman. Batesville just pounding the offensive glass here late in this game. Eastern able to break the press. Gets it up to Honor. They're going to get a foul there on Kathman. That should be the bonus for Eastern. That's going to be on the Kayla Kaufman. I think it's Kayla. Kaylin. I'm sorry, Kaylin. Horner's first free throw is no good. Lines it there. Going to check in 1:02 to play. Isha with a 56-49 advantage. Katie Horner going to line for her second free throw. And I think this is one of those, if we can just lay up some free throws the rest of the game, I think we got a chance to put this thing away. No good for that second free throw by Horner. I think it's our first misses from the great defense there by Eliza Sterrett. Wiedemann drives in there and just throws it up there. Sterrett holds her ground. Going to be rebounded there. Addie Smith dribbling out inside of a minute, 44 seconds to play. They're going to get a foul there on Wiedemann. It's going to send Addie Smith to the line. It looked like Wiedemann had an open shot. I don't know why she didn't take it, but she just kept going and tries to run through Sterrett. Wiedemann much, much smaller and just kind of runs into a brick wall. Addie Smith, first free throw is no good. We had been perfect from the line up until this last two possessions. Honor missed those last two. Addie missed that first one. Second one is good. 39 seconds to play. Batesville gets it up to Hughes. Back tip there by Robbins, going to end up going out of bounds. Hughes had no idea Robbins was there. Almost had a steal. 8-point advantage by the Musketeers. Inbound by Kaufman. Get there. Throws it, ends up in the backcourt to Hughes. Hughes bobbles it, picks it up. Cannot dribble there. Over to Frankamp. Gets it up to Kaufman. Kaufman's going to fire a long three. Good. Wow. That was from the sideline above the top. I mean, that was way up there. Cuts this thing to 5. And Batesville is going to call a timeout. 20 seconds to play. Isha with a 57-52 advantage. Again, Kaufman pulling out all the stops here late in the game. I think the board in the gym has her down for 21. I might have had her for more than that. But I think she's hit 5 threes. That last one as big as anything. Again, she was on the sideline. I thought she was going to try to drive. That's kind of been her thing throughout this game, is trying to get to the rim. But she just thought, hey, I'm going to pull up. Addie was right there in her face. If you're Coach Drury, I'm sure you're saying, hey, we've got to just be strong. They're going to come hacking. They're going to come trying to get a foul. We've got to be strong with the ball. Come beat every one of your passes. And then, hey, put in free throws. And we've got to control 20 seconds. And then we're going to advance to the final of this tournament and see what happens tomorrow night. If you're Batesville, Coach is saying, hey, we need that basketball. We're going to need a steal right here. So they can be as aggressive as they want to on the inbound, guarding every player. I imagine they'll probably go man here and just be a havoc as much as they can. They even put somebody on the inbounder. Looks like they're going to go back. Okay, they are going to put somebody on the inbounder. No, they're going to double team Robbins, looks like. Liza Sterrett finds Addie Smith on the long ball, and that play worked to perfection. Addie Smith missed the layup. Oh, and Batesville turns it over and gets back to Honor. Honor's going to get fouled. To recap just what happened, we had kind of our 4 cross-press offense, and they were just falling asleep. And Addie Smith just broke long. And Liza Sterrett finds her in stride. Addie Smith goes all the way to the rim and misses the layup. Tipped rebound. It ends up back in Honor's hands, and they're going to get fouled. Honor's going to go line for 2. First one is good. 58-52, just inside of 10 seconds of play. So not only did we get the foul and miss the layup, but we were able to run 10 seconds off the clock. So you're putting us almost out of reach. You don't want to say anything's impossible, but Honor's second one is no good. Going to be Guess on the rebound. She's looking, finds Hughes. Hughes, I don't know what they're thinking. They got to shoot the ball. Hughes passed up a jumper and tries to pass it away. That is going to be the ball game. Eastern is going to win 58-52 over Batesville in the second round of the Donna Cheatham Classic. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with some thoughts on tonight's game.
is Becky White from WSLM. I'm here with Caleb Perkiser from the John Jones Auto Group.
This is Caleb Perkiser again, and this Christmas season, you can unwrap big savings at John Jones Auto Group. At our locations in Salem, Thornton, Greenville, and Scottsburg, we're delivering holiday cheer with incredible deals on new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Whether you're heading over the river and through the woods, or just across town, John Jones has the perfect vehicle to make your holidays brighter. With friendly service, hometown values, and year-end incentives, there's no better time to upgrade. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
John Jones Auto Group. Remember, you see so many because they paid so little.
And we're back here at Meyer Gymnasium in Scottsburg, second round of the Donna Cheatham Classic. Some quick team stats for tonight. Eastern shot 22 of 49, Batesville 20 of 50, so about even on that front. Eastern 5 of 19 from 3, so Batesville 8 of 23 from the, so Batesville a little bit of advantage. Free throw, Eastern 9 of 13, Batesville 4 of 4. Turnovers, Eastern with just 6 turnovers on the game, probably our season best, forcing 10 turnovers by Batesville. Success. That is pretty exciting. To beat, I think we beat Madison earlier today. They were number 10 in 3A. To beat them on a neutral site or beat them on the road, and then to beat this Batesville team to be able to advance to the championship. Again, quite a statement for this Christmas break game as we look ahead. Tomorrow night we will be back here at Scottsburg. It'll be 7:45 for the championship. There's games pretty much all day long, consolation games in second place and fifth place and fourth place, all those games throughout the day. But 7:45 tomorrow night, we are going to try to have that on the radio. We will try to get that one accomplished if we can. We'll let you guys know that tomorrow night. Again, Eastern victorious over Batesville Bulldogs. Again, final score was 58-52. We will advance. That should also take our record to, let's see, that's going to take us to 9-3 on the season. So again, great start for the Eastern Lady Musketeers. That's going to be it for us tonight. We'll hope to be back in action tomorrow night for the championship of the Donna Cheatham Classic. This has been Jake Hainsmeyer, Lady Musketeer Basketball on WSLM.